Hey everyone, welcome to Codex Digest. Today I'll show you how to install WordPress on shared hosting manually. We previously talked about installing WordPress quickly using Soft Aculous, but if you prefer the manual route, let me show you how. First, access your hosting panel. Once you're in, open a new tab and go to wordpress.org to download WordPress. Click Get WordPress, then download the latest version. Once you have finished downloading, go back to your hosting panel and open File Manager. Here, navigate to public HTML and you'll see it's empty right now. This is where we'll upload the WordPress zip file we just downloaded. Click Upload, drag the zip file over, and wait for it to hit 100%. Then refresh your file manager. Now you'll see the zip file. Here's what we'll do. Extract the files right here in public HTML. Just close this and you'll get a new folder. Now open it to see all the WordPress files. These files are in the wrong directory. Select everything and move them directly into public HTML. Right now, they're stuck inside that WordPress folder, and your site won't work properly. Click up one level, then delete both the zip file and the empty WordPress folder. We don't need it anymore. Next, let's go back to the hosting panel and find MySQL databases. Let's create a new database and users. Now, name your database with something you'll remember. Since this is just for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to name it TestDB. Then, hit Create Database. Ensure that you copy this database name to your notes, as we'll need it later in our setup. I'm going to paste mine in this note and label it Database. Then hit Paste. Now let's create a user. So, assign a username and use the password generator for a strong password. Just click the password generator button and copy the generated password. Fill in the checkbox to confirm and click Use Password. Add this info back into the notes since we're going to use it later. Let's put both the username and password we created for this user. We'll paste the password first, then copy the username that shows up after we save this entry. There you go. Copy this one and paste it into the notes. Done. The user has been created. Now let's add this user to the database. In this part, we're just going to check the user we're adding and the database we're adding them to. Once that's confirmed, go ahead and click the Add button. Select all privileges. Well, you can tweak this depending on what you need, then click Make Changes. And that's it, we're done. Now let's open our domain in a new tab. Just type your domain in the URL bar and you'll get redirected to the WordPress installation. Go ahead and hit Continue. So this is what I was talking about earlier. This is where we're going to use the database name and the other info for the setup. If you're ready, hit Let's Go. Here we're going to paste all that info into these fields. Make sure everything's accurate. First is the database name, then the username. Then the password. Just leave the database host as localhost and set your own table prefix. Click Submit. All right, now we can run the installation. Just fill in all the site details here, like your site title. This is also where you'll set up the WordPress login details, so let's make sure to take note of this. We're going to use it later to access the WordPress dashboard. Let's stick with the generated password, fill in your email, and once you're done, hit Install WordPress. And voila, the installation's successful. Now let's go ahead and log in to access our dashboard. Just enter the username and password we set for our WordPress admin. We've successfully installed WordPress manually. You can click this to visit your site, and we're done. For more WordPress tips and reviews, subscribe to Codex Digest and check out our blog. Happy building!